And I can put you in. I can put you in. And I can put you in. I can put you in.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Welcome to the Big Head Light Skin Comedian Podcast. Thank you for tuning in on January the 13th. It's Saturday night. I'm down here at 21st Amendment Joyce in Germantown, 1481 South Shelby Street here in Louisville, Kentucky. I appreciate y'all tuning into my podcast again. I got a great show for you tonight and a great guest. So just sit back and relax, and we're going to have some fun. Sit back. You know, it might not be like Cat Williams Club Shay Shay, but it's going to be Light Skin Club Shay Shay. So, but let me go over a couple of things first. I'm going to give much love first and foremost to one of my sponsors, Dr. Kane Smile Center, 7405 LaGrange Road here in Louisville, Kentucky. It keeps me tight with my teeth. So, got to give him love. And just got to go over one or two other things here, too. Most importantly, I got some things going on here at the 21st Amendment Club down here. I got one of my biggest sponsors is my show I'm promoting February 14th on Valentine's Day for the Love of Comedy Queens, right here on February 14th on a Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Oh, I got some comedy queens for you. The advance tickets are $15, and it's $20 at the door if you don't get an advance ticket. But you might want to get an advance ticket because it's going to probably sell out. And I got some great female comedians, and they're going to bring a lot of laughter to you on Valentine's Day. So if you got this significant other, their wife or whatever, bring her out here and bring her to a nice comedy show, and you enjoy yourself. And got great food here, great drinks and everything's reasonable. I try to do these things so everybody can enjoy themselves and keep it at a reasonable price, considering all the things we're going through in today's time. So, and I want to go over this real quick. This is National Mental Wellness Month. National Mental Wellness Month. If you know somebody with mental issues, which you know that's real big in America, make sure you help them out and maybe give them in direction to some help, because this is National Mental Wellness Month. This is also National Blood Donor Month. Make sure, like I said, if you can, give blood, because that blood might help somebody save somebody's life. And the other thing is also too, which it's National Stalker Month, which if you know somebody that's stalking somebody, you might want to report them. I don't like it, Stalker Month thing. I used to have stalker license, but I quit doing it now. But yeah, this is National Stalker Month. If somebody's stalking you, please get the proper help to help you out and from the authorities. Let me see what else. I think that's about it. I'm just so excited tonight. And like I said, I got a great guest for y'all. Like I said, I'm down at 21st Amendment, down in Georgetown, Germantown, and just really excited about my guest tonight. My podcast is for the people, by the people, and is the people. And I have all different type of guests from all different type of genres. So with that said, my guest tonight is from a rock band. He has a rock band, and I'm very excited to have him. I've heard he's done a lot of great things with his rock band. I'm just excited to have him. You know, rock bands have been around for hundreds of years, and people have always listened to rock bands. You know, people are really interested in rock bands. So, but I'm gonna let him enlighten you a little bit about his rock band. His rock band name is Sigmatic. I like the name of his band, Sigmatic. And y'all give him a big round of applause for the group name, rock band name, Sigmatic. I'm going to bring him in. Y'all give him a big Light Skin Comedian Podcast. Welcome. What's going on, Ben? Ben
Hey,
Hurst.
can you hear me all right?
How you doing, man?
Good.
And we streaming. Yeah, and I forgot to tell people this. We streaming on YouTube, Facebook Live, and I'm on Spotify too. So y'all can tune in on that too. But I'm glad to have you, man, as a guest, man.
Hey, thanks for having me tonight.
Oh, man, I'm glad. Tell where I start off my podcast usually. I'm down at the 21st Amendment doing my podcast. I'm going to let you tell a little bit about yourself and maybe even a little bit about the group too, just a little bit before we get into this.
Okay, personally?
Yeah. You can tell me a little bit about yourself and
okay, yeah. Well, my name is Ben Hurst. I grew up in Mount Washington. I lived in Louisville pretty much my whole life. And I work here locally. And I have a couple girls, I have a couple kids. Actually, I've got 5 kids.
Okay.
Two still at home.
Okay, you got starting 5 basketball team.
All girls but one boy. So,
Okay.
but yeah, so no, I've lived here my
Great.
entire life, and it's been a part of the community.
Yeah. So I know you got the band Sigmatic, and what I
Yes,
wanted
sir.
to ask you more than anything, I'm gonna go ahead and put this up here to start off with, because you know, like I was telling my scrap was here, rock music's been around for a long time, and people really enjoy it. They love to come hear rock music. I know I've talked to some people at my job about rock music, and they love it. They go hear rock bands all the time. Um, this is why I wanted to put up here. That I was going to ask you, but I'm just going to go on and put it up here. How does your rock band get started, man?
I've been playing since I was probably 17. I was a little late bloomer. I wish I started earlier, but
Okay.
played some cover bands. And there's another local band here, Hannon. I joined them in 2016, and that was my first original band. We had a lot of fun. It was nice writing music. It was my first stab at writing music and being part of that, and that was a good experience. And then COVID hit, of course.
Yeah.
And as you know, COVID destroyed a lot of bands. There's a lot of uncertainty, right, in the industry. People can't tour anymore. Everybody's kind of isolated. So I kind of took that as an opportunity to write personally. And as you progress as a musician and write music, sometimes your direction might be a little different than where you're at. So I decided at that point to start Sigmatic. So we started late 2020, just myself and the singer of the other band, Graham, in Hannon. He helped me get it started. We kind of collaborated during COVID, wrote some songs, and we started playing with those. And from there, I built my band. And it's been a progression. It's been a few years. You know, you have members coming in and out, and played with some really fabulous musicians. A lot of that process is just finding people that are the right fit. You know what I mean? It's not really about talent. Sometimes it's really more about, does this work in this band? And we've gone through a few iterations of some different folks, but we finally got our lineup. Really, I think we really just locked it in at January of last year.
Okay.
When we really got our lineup together. And then after that, we released our first single in April, Time Taken Innocence. We released our second one, My Savior, in October. And that's kind of where we've been this year. So we're kind of moving. We're writing. During the winter months, we usually try to focus on writing since it's so cold. Sometimes hard to get people out. So that's where we're at. Yeah. So we've been around about 3 years, but I mean, this lineup really just about a year. So we're fairly new to the game.
Okay, but it's still a good thing, because then you got your feet in the door and you have to get started somewhere. So, and like I said, rock music's been around for a long time. People love rock music. So I listen to all type of music. I listen to rock music, listen to jazz, listen to blues. I just listen to all type of genres. Speaking of that, what type of music do you listen to when you not listen to rock music? What type of music?
I'm kind of all over the place. Believe it or not, I do like some classical music. I like some jazz. I like some older blues. I'm a big Joe Bonamassa fan.
Okay.
I listen to him. I'm a big Seal fan. Huge Seal fan. His vocals are amazing. So I kind of come outside of that. I do listen to some older 80s goth music. I don't know if you've heard of Peter Murphy, Bauhaus. Not as quite mainstream, but I kind of branch all over the place. My first love is guitar, so a lot of stuff I do listen to is kind of focused on guitar. That's kind of where my head is, but it's not always that. You know, I like to diversify a little bit. It kind of gives you ideas when you're writing, and you can kind of take some of those ideas and put them into what you're doing. So,
yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I kind of diversify too. I listen to all type of music. I'm just all over the place. I was listening to Ella Fitzgerald the other day. I listen to all type. Yeah, I listen to all type of music. And as we're speaking about that, I just want to let the people know that's even watching this podcast, sigmaticmusic.com. I just put it on my Facebook page. So if you want to listen to some of his music, go to my Facebook page, hit the link. I just put that link on my Facebook page and listen to it. Listen to their music. Like I said, because I know a lot of people that just in music, what type it is, they listen to all type of music from music artists I've talked to before. And I'm not surprised by that, because music is music. It's what sounds good to your ears in the moment, So
it's what touches here, right? Music is my escape. It's my therapy. It's it's how you take everything that's going on outside and put it aside for a minute.
Yep.
And it's amazing. You can be just having a bad day, and you can literally listen to one song, and it can change your entire outlook for the day.
Yeah.
just one song, the emotions it'll put in you. And so that's what music is to me, and that's why I like playing it. The idea is to connect with at least one listener, right? And hopefully you can change something in their day, make them feel better or whatever. So that's why I do what we do.
Yeah. I listen, like I said, I listen to all type of music, but I do listen to, right before I go on stage, being a stand-up comedian, I do listen to music right before I go on stage, just get my mind in the right frame. And whatever type of music I want to listen to at that moment, I listen to that music to get me right. So when I hit the stage, I just let go. I just let go because the music has come through me. And like you said, it's in the heart. So
absolutely,
I just let go.
Helps you focus too. Sometimes it gets you in the groove, right? You kind of get your head set to where you need to go. So
yeah, it definitely does. It definitely helps you get focused. So I want to ask you this too. What do you think about as far as the Louisville rock band scene here in Louisville? Because I know it's still growing and still what it is. So
there are a lot of good bands here. I have to give a big shout out to 21st. We played there a lot. Ed Schmidt, he set this up. He's been he helps us out. When we first got Stigmatic going, he was my first call.
Okay.
He helped get his book, and he helps us a lot. So 21st has done a lot for a lot of bands here. It's, as you know, a lot of venues, it's not the things it used to be. There's not many venues to play
right.
as there used to be. So it's trying to find that. 21st has been a big supporter of that, which we appreciate. But yeah, a lot of great music here. It's kind of diversified. You have some cover bands, which is fine, but there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good local artists here, and it's not just it's rock and country, and there's some solo artists. It's kind of everywhere. I mean, we've had some pretty big artists come out of Louisville here in the past decade.
Right.
But yeah, rock, a lot of good talent.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of good talent. Like I said, I'm like you. I'm gonna give much love to 21st because Ed, Ed has helped me out a whole lot. Matter of fact, he helped me with getting you as a guest. And I'm very grateful for 21st Amendment because it's why I do my podcast, it's why I do a lot of my shows I promote. And I really, really appreciate them helping me out and putting people in the spotlight and on platform to put their music as well as put their comedy out there, whatever it may be. And it really has been great to me here at 21st Amendment as far as helping out. Helping artists out, whether it's music artists or comedians or whatever. So they really have been a great platform to be on. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna take this off, and I'm just gonna go to we're just gonna talk. And with that said, your band, do y'all travel? Y'all travel a little bit? You stay mostly?
Yeah, we're trying to. We played a lot of local shows. We actually have a show there on the 16th of February.
Okay, I'm glad you told me. It's 2 days after my show, February 14th.
Yeah, we'll be there. It's a Japanese band coming in from Japan, obviously, and we're going to play with them. So that should be a good night. Kind of music, but yeah, we're trying to get outside of Louisville a little bit, try to expand, more listeners. It's nice to play in other cities. A lot of what I've noticed in this journey is just meeting other musicians when you get to play with other bands. Mm-hmm. And the camaraderie, and it's sometimes it's just as fun meeting other people as it is playing. You get to meet people from out of town, other listeners, their viewpoints. It's that's a lot of fun. So yeah, we're trying to expand out, and some of it's getting promotion. That's kind of hard.
Yeah,
nowadays, in trying to get booked and trying to get on certain shows and whatnot. So
yeah,
it's kind of a game you have to learn how to play. So we're still trying to figure our way through that.
Yeah. I understand that, and being in entertainment myself and being a stand-up comedian, I've been doing this for 25, 30 years, just being a stand-up comedian, just doing all type of entertainment stuff. But long story short, I've always told people, even speaking on this podcast, I love performing. I'm sure you do too. But with that said, it ain't the performing that I don't. I love the performing. It's what I don't. I ain't gonna say I don't like it, but the part that can be kind of tricky is what goes on behind the stage as far as the professional part, the business part. And you know what I'm saying there. So, and that's always the thing more than anything is the professional part behind the stage. I love performing. I love making people laugh. And I'm sure you love doing music, but just what goes on behind the stage as far as the professional part. When you get to the paperwork, that can sometimes be frustrating. And that's no knock on nobody, but I always tell people to always make sure get what you're worth. If you're worth X amount of dollars, make sure you get that. Don't settle for less, because if you do start selling for less, people are going to treat you less. So get what you worth. As always, I tell people that's been artists.
That's the hard part's asking for money.
Yeah, yeah,
You just want to play, and like I want to come play, and then you got to realize, okay, exactly to that. What are you worth?
Mhm.
You have to get paid because this is how we, getting paid. Most of the time when we get paid, it just goes to our band account so we can make more music.
Right.
But if you don't get paid, it's kind of hard to do that. So
Yeah.
that's something new to learn, right? Because again, when you're an artist, your art is first and foremost, but at the back end, it's a business.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we're all salesmen, right? I mean, we're selling the music,
selling the product.
you're selling. It's the same thing. We're trying to sell what we do. So
Yeah.
that's the other part that's kind of you have to adjust to.
Yeah, it is. And we all, like you said, at the end of the day, we're all just trying to sell our entertainment. We're selling the product. We're here to entertain people, and we just want y'all to give us what we're worth. I know sometimes it can be tricky, but you just have to keep pushing because,
Absolutely.
like I tell people, for one door to close, another door may open. And that's something I had to realize in this business. Because a lot of times doors close on me. And, a lot of times when the door closes on you, be like, man, you have this type of feeling of maybe I want to quit or I want to keep moving on. But it never, it kind of got to me early on in my career, but I told myself, keep going because I wanted to do this for the love first and foremost. I started doing it for the love. But when I realized they pay you for it, it went to another level of my thinking.
Right.
So, and I'm sure you the same way, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I know you love it, like I said, but once you realize you get paid for it, you have to, just keep going, like I said. But just because the door's shut don't mean another door ain't going to open. So,
exactly. Could be an opportunity somewhere else, right? So
it's right. Yeah. And like I tell people, I said, I got mouths to feed just like the next person. So just give me what I'm worth more than anything. That's so important. More than anything,
Well, and your time too, right? You are taking time.
Everybody's time is money. Time
Absolutely.
is very important. And I tell people that don't waste people's time. Time is so important, especially nowadays, because we're going through so much in today's time. And people just want, and let me just say this for what's worth. People just want to come out and be entertained, have a good time, and go home safely. That's it. That's all. That's all most people want to do, So, and that's why I try to give people that and try to put that platform out there. And you trying to do the same thing here at 21st Amendment, same thing I'm trying to do. So, and that's all more than anything. We're just trying to do. So, I mean, how many people's in your band? I have to ask you. You got females in your band?
Yeah, we've got
guys.
All guys. 2 guitars, bass, vocals, and drums. So we're a 5-piece.
Okay. Yeah. So that's great, man. Yeah. So, and like I said, I know it's a rock band, but could you tell the people a little bit about it? I know it's rock band music, but do you have any? Well, let me ask you. Here's what I want to ask. I know it was something I wanted to ask you. Okay, let me get to that. Okay, because most rock artists, and they ain't rock, just people that sing. Ain't not rock bands. Just people that sing. Period. Are there any songs that have a story behind it that you've seen that y'all put out there before? Any songs you have that have a story?
It's funny you asked it. Our last single, "My Savior," is about that. You're talking about this month being Mental Health Month, right?
Yes, mental.
And that's what that song's about. It's about being at your lowest and finding your way out of it, right? Right. And that song's all about that. So that's why we released that. The song's near and dear to me. It's probably the first song I wrote with Graham during COVID.
Uh-huh.
And everybody's isolated. There, suicide rates went up. People were really struggling, and that's where that song came from. And the whole idea is for it to lift you up, right? No matter how down you are, low you are, that there's always light at the end of that tunnel. It might not be where you're looking, right? But you have to keep fighting it. Is kind of the gist of that. So yeah, it's funny. That's our last thing just about that.
Yeah, I figured that because it's kind of similar like stand-up comedians. A lot of my comedy stuff I've been through in my lifetime. When I say that, I was talking to somebody, a friend of mine's, and they was talking about a certain comedian, but they're a young comedian. They ain't been doing that long. And this is my exact words to them. I said, well, they ain't been through enough in life to have a whole lot to talk about on stage. I said, but once they go through some things, they'll be able to talk about them things and then put a comedy spin on it, And the same way I feel like with music, once you've been through a lot, you write songs and things you've been through, you've seen and heard through your lifetime.
Absolutely.
And that's just the way it is, So I tell
you. And then always we try to connect, right? Whether it's through comedy, making something light of a bad situation could be, or through music, we want to connect. That's what we do. So I was a big George Carlin fan, and I got to see him at the Taft in Cincinnati. I think it was 2000.
Okay.
And he said something great. There's some people, George, he liked to push the boundaries, right?
Okay.
And, there are a few people kind of walking out, you can see, and he's like, look, guys, I'm not trying to offend you, but stop taking yourself so seriously. He said, if you would stop doing that and just realize, hey, it's okay to laugh at yourself, your life would be a lot less stressful.
Yep.
And I appreciated that. I thought he was an amazing comedian.
Yeah.
Him and I like Dave Chappelle too. I don't know how you don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I was just telling the person here at the club. Matter of fact, she gave me this little chocolate Japanese candy. I ain't gonna eat it. It might be edible. I gotta watch it. She might be edible, so it might be some type of Viagra edible. I gotta watch it. But anyway, I was just telling her though that every storm passes. You may be in a storm right now, and I'm saying this to you all. You may be in a storm, but it will pass. I don't know when, but it will pass. Trust me, because every storm passes. Every storm don't always continue going on forever.
Absolutely, and that out might come from somewhere you're not even expecting. So it's like be open-minded during that time as well, right? You got to be open-minded because it might present itself in some way you didn't think it was possible. So
right. Yeah, I'm gonna go into this before I close that because I'm real big in I don't know if you made any type of New Year's resolution, but this was my New Year's resolution. I'm about ready to put on the screen because I don't even call it New Year's resolution. It's just something that I'm firmly doing this year, and I've always done, but I'm really going to do it even more. And that's self growth.
Same here.
Really, yeah, man. My self growth is on a whole nother level, man. And I'm just trying to make sure I keep my self growth. I'm keeping a mindset of a peaceful mind, not letting nothing get me upset, because I know it would pass. You get upset in the moment, but then you look back and say, why did I even react like that? But in the moment, you got to remember it's temporary.
Absolutely.
Yeah, self-growth.
No, that's a great one to have. Same here.
Yeah.
Self-growth is good.
My self-growth is so important, man, because if you allow somebody to mess with your self-growth, then you're not yourself. So I'm really big with that. And here in 2024, I'm going to just make sure I keep my self-growth real good tight and keep a good mindset on that with everything I do. So
that's a great goal. Good luck to you on that.
What's it now?
I said it's a great goal to have. Good luck to you.
Oh, yeah, man. I got to, man, because especially in the entertainment business, because of all the people that we are around, sometimes, I keep my circle tight and I keep it small, but sometimes some people can mess with my circle of my self-growth.
Absolutely.
And it's nothing against the people around me, but some of these people around me in entertainment, everybody's not always for you. They might want to be with you or say they want to help you, but they're not for you.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of hidden competition you don't realize too, right? So it's fun to balance. It's hard to, and it'll play tricks on your mind too, right?
Yeah.
And it's easy to become a little self-aware during that, and you get a little insecure, right? And that's the one thing I've noticed about doing this. It's easy to get insecure because maybe you don't get that call back, or you play with one band and they were weird, so then you start thinking they don't like me, and then it's just, you know what I mean? It's a constant mental game you have to play with yourself.
Yeah.
So mental toughness is big in this industry.
And that's something I had to learn too. I'm glad you said it, because just like there's all different type of music, there's all different type of comedy. Just because this person don't like my comedy don't mean this person don't like my comedy. I might have only a certain type of people that like my comedy, and that's fine with me. And I can live with that. Because if I happen to be next Kevin Hart, fine. But if I don't, I'm just going to be who I am, a big light-skinned comedian. And I had to realize that in this journey, just because these people don't like me don't mean these people don't like me. And there's always a certain crowd for you. You just have to find your lane more than anything. That's what's so important. Find your lane and stay in your lane and stay focused on it, and make them come to your lane. You don't go to their lane. You make them come to your lane. That's what I grinded on.
It's a great philosophy.
Yeah. So more than anything, man, it's just been so great talking to you, Ben. Man,
I appreciate you having me.
Man, definitely. I'm definitely going to come out and see y'all. So y'all here at 21st Amendment, February the 16th on Friday night, 8 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to have to put that on my Facebook page and on my Instagram and everything else on YouTube.
The band we're opening for that's from Japan. They're phenomenal.
Okay. What's the name of them?
Their name is Kaza.
You might have a Japan name. You might not know.
Its name is Kaza. It's Kaza.
Okay.
And, it's a 3-piece, but man, they are just My other guitar player heard of them. So when we got asked, he was super ecstatic. So I'm like, well, I'm going to go check them out. And they are highly talented, talented. So it'll be a great show.
And I love hearing you say that, man, because you got so many people that's in the music industry or either being a comedian. You talking about how good they are. I know some comedians that are great. I love them. There's no hate here. There's no dislike. If you're good, you're good. Now that's what I like. That's what I like hearing, because you got some people that dislike other entertainers.
Oh yeah, no, there's no. You should appreciate I'm a firm believer in appreciating it. There's always going to be somebody better than you. It's at the end of the day, it's not about better, right? We're an artist. We just want to connect, right? So, but it's a human instinct to want to. Am I better? Who's better? The thing is, just throw that out the window. It doesn't matter who's better.
Yes.
Do your thing. Be yourself, like you said a minute ago, and do your thing. And that's
I enjoy seeing comedians that are better than me, whether it's as good as me, whatever. I enjoy it. I ain't got nothing but love for them. I love it. And also, I learned something from them while they on stage. So, it's a win-win. So why would I have any dislike? That's what, but I just know how some people think out here in entertainment business.
It's good to appreciate someone else's art.
Yep.
Because like you said, you can learn from it.
Yeah, truly can.
It may inspire you to do something great. You never know, right? So
yeah, that's right. And that's why I tell people, you never know, be at the right place at the right time. You just never know.
Absolutely.
So you got this show February 16th. Is how can the people get in contact with you as far as social media wise or whatever?
We have our Facebook page, Sigmatic Music. We're on Facebook, and then we have our own personal page at sigmaticmusic.com. That's our website.
I got that on my page. Okay.
And that actually has links to our Facebook page. It has links to Twitter for our music. I think Apple Music as well, and Tidal. Some of the major streamers on there. And so you can go to our page. Speaking of which, I need to update.
Right.
The business side of it, you got to remember.
I got a page. I need to update.
Side of it going right. I'm not very good at Facebook, so this has been a learning experience for me. Mm-hmm. Funny being, I'm in IT. That's my other job, but never been great at social media. So it's trying to get better at that.
Yeah. Well, I see you've been. I was communicating with you before we had this podcast, and you was telling me how busy you was. So I get it when you're real busy. I'm saying I'm real busy too. So.
I work for a very large horse racing track in the city, so we're slammed all the time. So
okay, right. So I get it if you're busy. I get it because I have a lot on my plate. I just had somebody hit me up about doing some stand up. I tell them at this time, I said my entertainment plate is full. I said I appreciate the offer. I said I may come over there and support you one evening, but I said my entertainment plate is full. But I appreciate the offer, and I always say thank you and grateful. Anybody that gives me any type of love, just to consider me. So as an entertainer. So
do you have any shows coming up?
Funny you say, I'll just get ready to go and turn into that one. Okay. The next show I got coming up, let me take this off the thing here, this self-growth. I can find it. The next show I got coming up is January 17th at the Louisville Comedy Club this Wednesday night. And that's if it continues. If they do it, if they don't cancel it because of the weather. But my next show's at the Louisville Comedy Club, January 17th. The Louisville Comedy Club. I got something going on there, and it's just trying to get a little work out of them. So I'm really just showing love to them and just trying to get some work out of them. But I'm just kind of doing my own thing. But I'm more or less been doing a lot of promoting these shows here at 21st Germantown because I'm about helping other comedians get on this platform and put them out there where they can make some money as well as be seen. And that's what it's all about, helping them out. So, more than anything. So. And the thing about what's that now?
I think it's great you all help each other out.
Oh yeah, man. Because somebody helped me out when I started out. It's all about giving somebody else their flowers too. Because somebody gave me my flowers when I started. So, and that's what it's about more than anything. I need to do a little more traveling this year, which I'm gonna try to do. And but other than that, I just got that coming up, and I got this show for the Love Comedy Queens February 14th on Valentine's Day here, which is gonna be outstanding. And I got some female comedians that are ready to rock the mic. So, but I'm just so glad to have you as a guest, man. And you just keep doing what you're doing, Sigmatic, and I would keep supporting what y'all doing. If there's anything I can do, man, hit me up. Don't be afraid to hit me up.
Appreciate it. You'll track. You have to come. I'd like to come see you.
Yeah, definitely. How y'all doing? There's some people coming in right now to come see somebody. It ain't me, but somebody.
Good for them.
Yeah, they come in to see somebody. So, and man, like I said, I appreciate having you as a guest. Continue on what you're doing. you and your rock band, and I definitely, like I said, if I can do, just hit me up, and
Same here.
for sure. So just keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, people, sigmaticmusic.com. It's on my Facebook page. It'll take you into all the things that they're doing and whatever they got upcoming. So appreciate you being on here, and hopefully I have you back on here in the near future.
That'd be great. Absolutely.
Yeah, so maybe next time I have all some of the other band members.
Oh yeah, we can get them all.
Practicing right now. so I'd like to have all them too on here. So
that'd be great.
Yeah, man. But I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna give much love to Ed too while you're still on here, because
you give Ed a pat on the back.
Big Ed, oh man, Big Ed. I love him because he's the one that linked us up. So I got to give him his love.
Ed's a fantastic guy.
Yeah, he really is, man. I've been knowing him for 30 or 40 years. He's like that brother and uncle I've always had. We just ain't never been to the family reunions, but I love him. But man, enjoy the rest of your evening, man.
You too. Thank you very much.
The Big Head Licensing Comedian Podcast. And if you need anything, you holler at me, Ben. Much love to you and Sigmatic.
I appreciate it. You take care. Have a good night.
You too, man.
Bye.
All right, y'all. That's the Big Head Licensing Comedian Podcast tonight. I just want to go a few things before I close this out. Like I said, I got For the Love of Comedy Queens, February 14th, right here, 1481 South Shelby Street here in Louisville, Kentucky, at the 21st Amendment Club. I got some queens that's going to be ready to do their thing and make y'all laugh. So check out my Facebook page for the fly on that. Also, make sure you go to my YouTube page, Big Head BHLC Podcast. I'm going to say it again, BHLC Podcast. Subscribe to it. Just recently, the other day, I think it was 500 followers on one of my Facebook pages. So happy about that. And I got a lot of subscribers here on my YouTube page. Also, I'm on Spotify. Check me out on Spotify. You can listen to me on Spotify. A lot of my podcasts that I've been doing since 2020. Just trying to bring a lot of good stuff to you here in 2024. My next time I have my podcast, I think it's February the 10th. It's my next podcast. I think I'm gonna have a female comedian. I ain't gonna tell you who she is, but she's very hilarious. Continue doing what you're doing. Is there anything else? Let me see. I got to put out there for you people. Make sure you support the 21st Amendment here in Louisville, Kentucky. Just enjoying life. And if I got anything positive to say before I get out of here is be yourself. Because if you can't be yourself, you can't be nobody else. So enjoy your life and just be yourself. So much love to you. Big Head Light Skin Comedian Podcast. Signing off. Love y'all. Tune in on February the 10th and subscribe on YouTube, BHLC Podcast. Love y'all. And thank you for tuning in. Oh, hold on. I got a comment here right before I close out. Jack, good to see you too, Jack Hayes. Good to see you. Hope all is well with you. Much love to you. And thank you for tuning in. And they got a show here tonight at the 21st Amendment, a comedy show here tonight. And what's the name of the comedy show here tonight? Is it free? How much is it to get in? It's free to get in. Free. Y'all heard that? Free. That means it's in your budget. There's no reason why you shouldn't come down here. Now, the drinks ain't free. It always costs us to get drunk. But it's free to get in. They got some good comedians coming up here tonight. I think it starts about 8:30. And y'all come down here at 1481 South Shelby Street here in Louisville, Kentucky, and support what they're doing down here. Good drinks and good food. And if you have any problems, the manager down here, Adrian, will take care of you. But don't tell her I sent you. Whatever you do not tell her. Because if you tell her I sent you, she might not take care of you. But now, her name's Pom Pom. Okay, I'm sorry. I got to give you her stage name, Pom Pom. But come down here and she'll take care of you. Let me, like I said before, enjoy yourself and enjoy life. It's 2024. Bigger and better things to come. I'm the Big Head Licensing Comedian. Thank you for tuning in to the BHLC Podcast. I love y'all. I'm out.